Hey guys, I'm Amit Kumar and welcome to this video in which we are going to talk about how Apex works. Now Apex codes are written to the platform. Then the Apex codes are compiled, stored and run entirely on the Lightning platform itself. End users trigger the execution of the Apex code via the user interface. So basically Apex codes are written on the platform, they are compiled, stored and run entirely on the Lightning platform. But the question arises when the Apex code runs. Once the Apex codes are compiled and stored, then whensoever the end user performs any task on the user interface, that task or that action can trigger the execution of the Apex code. So now let's see what happens when the developer writes and saves Apex code to the platform. So first of all, the platform application server compiles the code as soon as the developer saves the code. The code compiles into an abstract set of instructions. Now we are unable to understand these abstract set of instructions. Only the Apex Runtime Interpreter understands these instructions. And finally, those instructions are saved as metadata after the interpreter interprets them. So we can say Apex is a code which is compiled and interpreted both just like a Java code. And to understand this, let's see that in form of a diagram. So first of all, the Apex code. So the developer writes the Apex code and the developer saves the Apex code. This is the first step that is performed basically by the developer. So once that is done, once the developer saves the Apex code, at the very moment it starts compilation. And who does the compilation? The platform application server. The platform application server has a compiler which compiles the code. So what happens after the code is compiled? The code is compiled into an abstract instruction. Now the code is compiled into abstract set of instructions, and this abstract set of instruction can be understandable by the Salesforce platform interpreter itself. So what happens then after the abstract set of instruction is created? After the compilation, then the runtime interpreter comes into the play. The Apex runtime interpreter interprets the code and saves as metadata. And once the code is saved as metadata, then after it gets executed as soon as the end user performs some actions on the user interface. So that's how an Apex works, and that's it in this video. See you soon in the next video. Till then, thank you and take care.